strongest arm I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a guy move that kind of arm in my life. The ball moved so fast, I turned my head and it was there.
No other quarterback can beat you in so many different ways. And during the last 3 seasons, no other quarterback has won more games. '86 was John Elway's finest season, but it wasn't a surprise. The signs were always there. At Stanford, Elway finished second in the 1982 Heisman Trophy balloting, even though his team was 5-6 and was beaten by its own band in his final game against Kent. He was the first player taken in the 1983 draft, and his growing maturity since coming to Denver has inspired the confidence of teammates like Louis Wright.
Over his last couple of years, he developed tremendous confidence, and I think that he takes charge in the huddle, and no matter what the odds, he feels like he can get us in the end zone.
Quite often, the play that Elway runs when he's out of the huddle isn't the same one that he originally called, but more often than not, it works. Broncos center Billy Bryant.
He makes things happen. I mean, he's at his best when he's rolling out, all hopes lost, and all of a sudden you see a touchdown pass. You can see it in any of the game films when he starts scrambling. It's just like he just pulls away from everyone else, and he can zig and zag back across the field. You can't catch him and protect him. So while he's going back and forth across the field, you just try and go in a straight line down the field so you'll be in the general vicinity.
Keeping Elway out of harm's way is a full-time job for tackles Dave Studdard, Ken Lanier, and Dan Remsburg. Guard Paul Howard, Keith Bishop, and Mark Cooper, and center Billy Bryant. It's a task that doesn't go unnoticed by Elway.
A bunch of hard-nosed guys that work their tail off, and you know, they don't get nearly as much credit as they deserve. You know, as many things as we ask them to do offensively and different blocking schemes, that they do a great job with it and don't get near the credit that they deserve.
In a Week 9 rematch against the Raiders, Elway's near-perfect protection made him near-perfect as he completed 11 of 12 passes. Over 90,000 watched as Elway's laser-accurate passes and the Broncos' running game kept Los Angeles off balance.
Snap, handoff, Sewell to the right, Sewell at the 10, at the 5, Sewell scores! Back split. They give the ball a no fake. And Elway throwing it to the left, and Winder driving, scoring.
The offense built a 14-3 lead, and the defense used aggressive tactics to protect it.
Double gap run X blitz. Who else gonna leave open? They don't get to him. They ain't gonna leave nobody open. Nobody. Come on, let's get him, baby. One more down. Look at him holding!
When Mike Harton picked off his second pass of the game, Denver was on its way to a 21-10 victory and the season sweep of the Raiders. The Broncos were casting an imposing shadow over the rest of the NFL. And with a record of 8-1, the drive to a dream was picking up speed. With 5 games to go, the smooth drive turned into a roller coaster ride, beginning with the New York Giants. The season took a downward plunge during a last-second loss to New York, then vaulted skyward the following Sunday against Cincinnati. Newly acquired punter Mike Horan helped to lift Bronco fortunes as the special teams created opportunities. Denver turned the resulting field position into 3 touchdown passes by John Elway as they pulled away to beat the Bengals 34-28. With 3 games remaining, Denver now needed only to beat Kansas City in order to win the Western Division. But once more, the drive turned treacherous, and they crashed, 37-10. following Saturday, Denver trailed the Redskins 13-0 before Elway rallied them for a 31-30 heart-stopping victory. For the second time in 3 seasons, the Broncos were champions of the AFC's Western Division. However, this achievement and the resulting optimism seemed to be shattered in the regular season finale at Seattle. Kurt Warner rushed for 192 yards as the Seahawks crushed the Orange before a national TV audience. The dream was turning into a nightmare. And it would be 2 long weeks before the Broncos would have the opportunity to redeem themselves against the New England Patriots in the NFL playoffs.
Okay, men. Games like this won by great plays, by great individuals. We got a bunch of them on this team. Let's make sure we're going hard to get them, all right? Let's get after it.
The game quickly escalated into a battle of big plays.
Up in the pocket, and he's got room. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He is in the end zone. John Elway, 22 yards, and the Broncos have regained the lead 9-7.
Number 7 turned up the decibel level on the largest crowd ever to see a Bronco home game. But just prior to halftime, the roar faded into a worried silence as Elway suffered a severely sprained ankle. When New England built a 17-13 lead, it seemed as though the Broncos' dream had been buried in the ashes of Seattle.
Shotgun, 17-13 New England, and the Patriots jump offside. Elway's got a free down. He throws it long up the far side, looking for Vance Johnson. Touchdown!
Vance Johnson's circus catch gave Denver a 20-17 lead. Driven on by the deafening roar of Mile High Stadium, Denver's voracious defense made it final with barely a minute to play.
Eason stands at the 5, takes the snap and drops to the goal line. He's sacked in the end zone, folks. Roland Jones right up the middle. Safety. It is a 2-pointer for the Broncos, pulling 22-17.
When Jones buried Tony Eason in the end zone, Denver had its first playoff victory in 9 years. The fog of doubt and uncertainty had lifted, and the drive to a dream was back on course and nearing its destination.
Tremendous effort. Got us going that second step. So the first part of our dream is fulfilled. Now we got that second step, all right? So we got to enjoy it.
Ahead lay Cleveland, the AFC Championship game, and one of the most dramatic finishes in pro football history.